I took the perfect avenue down the road to both of you. Did I go Dutch? This is too much. With all the money in the world, you could never buy this girl quite enough. It will be tough. If romancing me with neons is something you should do, make the letters bright and luminous and blue, and get me waking up, shaking up, tangled up. You could be breaking up, making up, tangled up. You can't be faking it, making it for my love. If all is tragedy, don't get me tangled.
Okay, hi guys, Keith and Janey here from Revolution Dance. Once again, this is lockdown number 14, and today what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate dual moves. The first move is one that you often see teachers and performers using. Quite often it can be seen in West Coast swing as well, and all things like that. But basically it's one of those moves that you don't often see socially, and yet it's quite easy to do, quite easy to follow, quite easy to lead. So we're going to go through that, and then we're going to use the same move, which is called the sweetheart, which is part of that move, for the second move, which is going to be a walking move. And it just allows you to do a little bit of that strolling down the road, you know, when you're 2 meters apart but still together. Okay, so we'll teach you that one in the second part. So guys, first move is going to look a little bit like this. Here we go. First part of the move is we've got a cross body. Now again, we did the cross body in one of the classes previous to this. If you have a look below and into the right up, it'll tell you about the cross body. We did 3 or 4 different types, but we'll talk you through it very quickly. But the cross body is like this. We've got a left to right hand hold, moves back, and I'm going to step into the lady's space, okay? So my left foot is always the one that we lead with. As this hand pushes down to the lady's hip, that should push the lady back on the right. So as the lady goes back on the right foot, we invade her space on the left, and we go into hold with this right hand. Ladies, you just on the shoulder, just to create some nice shape. This left hand can be kept quite low. Okay, from here I do a quarter turn, so 90 degrees out of the way. And all I'm doing is pushing the left foot across. The lady will come forward automatically on her right. So the lady's gone back on the right, she's come forward on the right because I've moved and drawn her with me. From here I'm going to move my body weight from the right side to the left side, and as you can see from that, this hand now brings the lady forward. Okay? A bit like the okie dokie. So as I bring the lady forward on the left, and then I'm going to turn, pivot to face, feet back together again, okay? So as I say, all the information on that is below if you need to look at it properly. From here we now have a little step forward. Again, I invade the lady's space, but I change hands into a right to right, okay? Now from here I'm going to offer the left hand high, and as I draw the lady round, I'm going to move out the lady's way. The lady's going to come round as a prep, okay? So first off, as we've gone from here, we've gone back, okay? So that's almost the end of the last move. We come forward 1, we come forward 2, and then we go into this. It's the same as I'm going to teach afterwards, a little sweetheart move. That's what this one is. Okay? So, once again, just from the very beginning, we'll do it nice and slowly for you. We're going to go and forward 1, out to lady's way 2, over 3, turn for 4, change hands 5, in on 6, out on 7. Now from here we go into that sweetheart move, but we're going to continue from here. And as you can see from there, the left hand has gone high, the right hand's low. As I lower the left hand, the right hand comes high, and we bring the lady all the way around to face. Okay. Now as you can see from this, we're keeping it as tight as possible. We don't want any space like this because it won't work, the second part won't work. Okay, so what's going to happen is, left hand is high, right hand is low, we go forward 1, prep in 2, out on 3, over 4, over 5. Okay. Now, the lady's got a little bit of space in front of me. If I can move you around to here, I'm slightly back from the lady. This left hand is here. Now, what I'm aiming to do is take the lady's underarm, okay, here, and I'm going to lead the lady round with that hand. And when it goes faster, you'll see what we mean, and that's going to end up in a little cone. Okay, so, a little bit quicker. So we're going to go, and 1, in, out, over, round. Here guys, okay, we're going to go 1, in, out, keep it tight, left hand up, over, boom. Okay, and then from there we can just step away from each other. Okay, so you can see from that, once we get a little bit of speed, it starts to look like a move, and it flows, and there's a lot happening. So I'll show you through a couple of different angles, but let's just go through this one more time for you. So we're going to go, and left hand high, out to the lady's way as we prep, spin the lady, keep her in front, left hand takes the arm, over and out. Okay, so I'll just show you from this angle what's actually happening. We've gone forward, we've prepped the lady in. Now as you can see from that, I turn my back. When we say about prepping, okay, just be careful because I'm going to do this from this angle here. Okay, so if we can watch from the lady's waist, any prepping should be tiny. It should be in between. Okay, if I start to move the lady and she's doing that, it's going to get really unruly and it won't work. So prepped that I need is in, out. Okay, in, out, in, out. This hand is really staying in the lady's centre. Okay, this hand is just offering a little bit of resistance. So only tiny, and we'll work that one out as well in the second routine that we're going to do. So again, from let's do it from this position here so you can see the back. Okay, so we've got right to right, we're going to go forward, prep, prep, turn the lady, over the head and out. Okay, sorry about a little lack of space there, so we don't want to be bumping into TVs and glass cabinets. From the very beginning, we'll do it both ways round, and we'll do it from the side as well, but from the very beginning, we're going to go cross body, small prep in, small prep out, turn to face. Change hands, small prep in, small prep out. Turn the lady, left hand over, right hand over. Now from here, as this left hand reaches up, it goes over, round and out. Okay? So if we do it from this side, you'll see it from the back. So we're going to go and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so from the side, it should look like this. We're going to go forward, small preps, little preps again, keep it tight, over, out and in.
I took the perfect avenue down the road to both of you. Did I go Dutch? This is too much. With all the money in the world, you could never buy this girl quite enough. It will be tough. If romancing me with neons is something you should do, make the letters bright and luminous and blue.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that first class. The second class we're going to use that sweetheart move again, but we're going to move with a walk, because quite often in Modern Jive, if we're not careful, we end up dancing and it's all very circular and we don't really move anywhere and it's just push and pull and we just go around in little circles. But sometimes in a dance floor you can see a nice little space. I mean, you see West Coast swing people, tango people using these spaces and going for walks. So on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to use it for the jivers to go for that walk. And when you see that little bit of a space or the room's not too busy, you'll be able to go for it. The problem we've got is our house isn't a dance hall. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the first one down this way towards you, and then we'll show you snippets of it as we move across and we'll zoom in. So you'll be able to break it all down, but first of all, let's show you what it looks like if someone was trundling towards you. Okay guys, so from here we're going to go for a walk and then a little spin and we'll continue from there. So we're going to go left foot forward for the men, right foot back for the ladies, as we always do. Here we go. And 1, 2, and spin, catch. 1, 2, 3. Prep, spin, catch, return. Now obviously we're going to be quite close to the cameras, but we will break this down for you. Okay, and little walk diagonal. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Prep, spin, catch, return, and finish. What we've got from this angle here is a normal walk. So we're in hold. Don't forget guys, if we're in hold, we're on the upper part of the shoulder blade, not down by the hips. and the ladies will rest their hand on here. Don't let your arm collapse. If that arm collapses, this arm collapses, and then we've got nothing to work with. It just doesn't look good, it doesn't feel good. So guys, my suggestion is whenever you're dancing with the lady and you spin the lady in, as you bring this hand in, lift the ladies up and you make sure that arm gets lifted. Okay? Ladies, we've talked about this again, spinning class down below, but for the ladies, bring that back into your solar plexus and that allows it to spin. So if I was to spin the lady, it's already up there for the man to collect. Okay? So we've collected our lady and we're just going to go left, right, left, right. Voila. Okay? So it's a normal walk, nothing difficult at all at this stage. Okay guys, so what's going to happen is we're going to walk, we're going to take just 2 steps, but the second step, and whenever you're prepping the lady, you're going to spin her to your right, the lady's left. We have to make sure the lady's on her left leg, okay? So if I'm on my right, the lady's on her left, and that's the prep, okay? So the lady will be able to put pressure on the leg in the direction she's going to spin. She will then either spin round or step spin round, okay? It doesn't matter too much, but we'll show you that in a second. But for the men, we have to really make sure that we are on the right leg. If I go on the wrong leg, and then I try to spin the lady there, you can see that she's spinning away from me already and going that way, which isn't what we want. I need her to be on the right. So if I'm spinning her to the right, my right, she has to be on her left because we're mirroring. Okay, so that's going to start to change on the half beat. So we're going to go 1, 2, and that will start the spin. So we'll just prep it for you. So we're going to go and 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Now this can be taken into a promenade, which is something that people do quite often. Let me show you that. So from here we just walk 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're just walking forward, boom, like so. That's a promenade. We're not going to teach that, but it's the same principle if you've done that before. Okay, but because she's on our right, the lady's left, we need to make sure she starts the spin on the left, and then she'll continue the spin on her right, okay? And then the left foot is ready to come forward, but there's a change of hands, so we're going to do it slowly, which isn't easy. And all these moves, when you first start them, can be a bit messy, but it's worth persevering with just a little bit of practice. So, show you what we're going to do. We're going to do the hand beat to start the spin, and then we're going to change hands as the lady comes back to us. So we're going to go and 1, 2, and spin, change hands, and then now, if you can see that from here, the lady's in this position, and we're both ready to go forward. I'm ready on my right, the lady is ready on her left. Okay? If the foot pattern changes and it's not quite right, don't worry. We can change that, but we'll have to change that on the exit, okay? But ideally, that's how it should work, and if it doesn't, not a problem. We'll just carry on walking, but gents, we just have to know which way to spin the lady to get her out of this move at the end. Okay, so, one more time. We're going to go, and 1, 2, and spin, change hands, and we're going forward on that right. Okay, so let me show you from this angle. We'll just start from here. So we've got 2 steps. We're going to go 1, 2. Now we're going to do it really slow, which is really difficult for Jay. So we're going to go and 3. Now, as she comes to face, I'm changing hands, and she continues that spin as I continue my walk. And as I lower this right hand, we're both ready to go forward on our inside leg. Boom. Okay. From there, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to carry on walking. So we're going to go walk, walk. Now, once we get to this point here, and the lady puts that leg down, I'm going to prep, and I'm going to exaggerate it. Prep, okay? In. And then from there, I can send a swing out to get that full spin, okay? Don't know how close that was to the camera, so let's just do it from here for you. So what happens then, we're going forward on our right leg, so we're going to go right, left. Now, as soon as she comes back out on her inside leg, I can do a prep. Now that's the prep, you may not have noticed that. Okay, so as she comes to there, it's the prep. I've just turned the shoulders, we talked about this before. Ladies turning marginally. It just feels right. If I don't prep the lady and just walk, this just becomes a bit of a shock. Yeah, and she had no idea that was going to happen. So we need to make sure that we prepped our lady. She just feels that something's gone bad. We come down on the inside leg, we prep, 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 prep. Okay? But we're only going to do that the once, one prep in, one prep out, and then we're going to spin. So we're going to go with the walk and walk, walk, prep, in, spin, catch, return. So again, just from this side, so you can see it from here, that last part of the prep. So as we come forward on the inside, we walk, that's our first step, boom. We prep, prep, spin. Okay, hopefully you can see that. It's only small.
I took the perfect avenue down the road to both of you. Did I go Dutch? This is too much. With all the money in the world, you could never buy this girl quite enough. It will be tough if romancing me with me. Let's burn together with string. Oh yeah.
If you like our videos, click the like button, the little thumbs up. If you want to see more of our videos and be part of our little group, press subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified of any new videos coming out, then press the bell as well.